and I started the Best of Mount Shasta Conference and Festival in 2009 was the first one. And my story started in Mount Shasta about 20 years prior to that, where I had been a spiritual teacher as a transcendental meditation teacher for 20 years, and then I was living back in Berkeley where I grew up because my mother was passing away. And so I would take once a year I would come up to Mount Shasta. And my best friend from grammar school lives in Redding. She's an archaeologist in this area. So I would stay at her house and do these day trips up here. And I would just drive around, and I would find this lake, and I'd stay to visit at that lake. And then the next time I would come, it would be the mountain, and I would have a spiritual experience. And so I just did things like that. And there was this Golden Bough bookstore, and that's where I always ended up. And they had so many wonderful books about Mount Shasta that I just, read them right there. So I did that for 20 years, and then I moved up, and then I got to the point where I think I better move up here. If I'm going to move up here, I might as well do it now. So I moved up here, and then about a month later, I woke up one morning and I said, I don't know anybody here. And all those 20 years, I never met anybody because I was just so inward when I came up here. And so then I thought, well, I bet that's everybody else's situation who comes here from outside the area. So then I decided to put together the Best of Mount Shasta. And at that time, I was just starting to meet a few people, Josie and Antoinette, Joanna Cherry, Don Fazende. They were the first people I met. And I met Joanna through her website. And back in those days, people weren't doing websites. It hadn't been a phenomenon yet. And so I just sort of, they were the people that I approached, and Eric Berglund, and asked them if they would be speakers at this event that I was going to put on. So that's how it came to be, and the first one was at the Mount Shasta Resort. And I found that what was significant about it was that the people who came to the event, it wasn't like a big expo where, hundreds of thousands of, notifications went out and thousands of people showed up. But it was a small group of people that came. And what happened was they weren't just going to a vendor a booth and buying something, but they got to talking with the vendor, and they got to talking with the person and got to hear their story. So then I realized that what was significant about it was not only to introduce the local people to the visitors to the area, but to give them the chance to actually meet the local people, and then to have a relationship with them so that the next time they came here, they could come back and have somebody that they knew and contact that person. So that's how we've been growing. And the structure's there. We have it at the Mount Shasta City Park, and we have about 50 vendors every year. And we have about 40 presenters every year. And the presenters give 1-hour workshops. And it's all the local people that offer something that, yes, maybe you could find it somewhere else in the world, but they're the people that live here. And so you sort of fall into the experience of Mount Shasta while you're at their workshop. And so you walk away not just sitting in the audience listening to somebody up on the stage, but you get to know that person, you get to know that person's experiences, and you start to experience that particular thing that they're offering in the Mount Shasta way, if you will, from sort of the depths of Mount Shasta. So it's really profound, these workshops. But I've never had the ability to market it. So now this year, what's exciting is we have people that have stepped forward that are going to help take care of the vendors, create a community within that whole phenomena, and get the word out to more and more people. And so I'm very excited about that because this is a way to showcase our community. And the reason why it's called the Best of Mount Shasta, it doesn't mean that we pull in certain people here and they're the best of everybody, but it's to say that everybody knows the mountain is the best of Mount Shasta. But this is to say, well, come and look at the people also, and come and see the transforming experiences they're having, and come and see the transforming experiences you could have by being here. So that's what the best means in that regard. And I hope you come here and explore it and see what we have to offer, and we open our arms and welcome. Thank you.
Yay.